What's up, viewers, subscribers, and agents alike? This your boy, Enlightened Luciferian Prince, coming to y'all once again. This video is going to be exposing a movement we know as BLM, also known as Black Lives Matter, and the hypocrisy that has now come to the surface. But before I proceed, if you're watching this video around children, please remove them from your current space. Now, here's the truth, y'all. Miss Patrice Cullors, also known as the co-founder of BLM, has spent millions of dollars in contribution money on several properties. Several. And guess what, people? These properties just so happen to be in exclusively white neighborhoods. Yes, people. The co-founder of this organization that has totally, for a better part, BLM started in 2013. So for a better part of 9 years, this woman and her cohorts, her other so-called founders, we know George Soros, those who have done our research, George Soros funded this movement, they got their money from the hidden hand. But for a better part of 9 years, this organization has accumulated well over $90 million and has yet to have an actual audit done on the assessment of all the funds that were accumulated over this period of time. So 2013 to 2021, it got worldwide support. So a bunch of merchandise, you name it. Every time an incident that should cause people to think about more significant issues such as sorrow and, so-called, the recompense that has to be placed on the system for them doing their injustices. These motherfuckers turn around and turn it into a capital venture, And not to mention, these are the same people who speak against the system of injustice, but then they turn around and go live exclusively in a neighborhood amongst the people in which they actually are speaking against. How fucking hypocritical is that? Now, a lot of people might not agree with me. That's fucking fine. I don't give a fuck about the movement. My motherfucking life matter. You try me, bitch. You know what it is. That's just the way it's gonna go. Straight up. I'm not going to sit here and wait for no fucking social savior to come do a goddamn thing for me. Straight. My life is mine to protect. I don't need no fucking organization to try to assert a cause for me for injustice. No. Fuck that shit. Fuck that. That's a corporate entity. And every time something happens to people in this country of color, they always got to put these motherfuckers first. But let me tell y'all something, people. To the world. These same people that you think are vying for you are not. They're just doing it because they want some money. And as long as these things keep happening, which they will, they're going to keep getting paid. Now, a lot of people are like, well, it ain't nothing wrong with making money. Well, yeah, it is something wrong with making money when you're making it off the misery and expense of others. That's a fucking fact. Straight up. It's cool if you make money from a healthy venture. You're actually doing something to maybe benefit humanity in some way. But off of someone's death, you profiteering off of someone's demise by the hands of a brutal so-called entity called police. Come on now. Now, anybody who support that shit, you need a real fucking serious wake-up call. Like, straight up. You really do. And in the advent of this whole Derek Chauvin bullshit, there's going to be a lot of dummies that's going to go out there and try to protest. And if it comes out that the man is convicted, they're going to try to tear shit up. They're going to blame you for your social upheaval, for the injustice in the system. Let me tell you something. That's the grand distraction as of this year. That is a grand distraction. Now, you can believe what you want. Hey, opinion it's just a freedom of choice. You have that opinion. You can believe what you want. But I tell you what, it's a fucking distraction. And these people that I just talked to you about, they're going to profit off of it. Then they want to try to shift the blame on the people who riot to try to make it like you're the problem. Come on now, people. The biggest machine of propaganda in this country is the media. They're going to twist. They're going to turn some shit some type of way. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to make it seem as if, The system can't be fixed. Fuck that shit. We already know that. Since we lived in this country, we know that. Those who actually have done history. Why the fuck do you have a movement at that same instance tries to integrate gay rights into its integral part? Come on now. Let's be real, y'all. Let's be real. And this is what they're doing, you know? You know, Al Sharpton got on her ass. He got mad, you know what I'm saying? He got mad because she ain't cut the check for him with him. You know what I'm saying? That's all they've been doing. Profiteering off of propaganda. Straight up. But this lady spent millions of dollars on properties. Several. You know, while majority of the people, families and so forth, ain't seen a dime. Ain't seen a dime from this organization. They're keeping it all to their motherfucking self off the expense of your ignorance and your public suffering. Straight up. That's why I tell people all the time, I do not support these fucking groups. I do not. And first off, I'm not black, so I'm not going to walk around with that dumb shit on. Now, the average person, what do you mean you're not black? Look up the legal definition of what the fuck it means. Stop looking at the literal definition. Look up the legal definition of what it means. And then you'll come back and talk to me. You know? I'm not sitting here making it seem like I'm denying anything. I'm telling you the truth, motherfucker. You have no standing in law when you call yourself black. That's why you ain't got no motherfucking rights in them systems. Systems don't work for you. You know what I'm saying? You have to be the enforcer of your own personal rights. Stop letting somebody else try to dictate to you what a right is. Because if you have to have a right dictated to you, that means it can be taken away from you too. You know? Situation that happened earlier this year. You know, it's all these so-called sporadic Asian attacks. Now, stop Asian hate. Oh, wait. Didn't Biden just sign an executive order financing the Asians for $50 some odd plus million to insure them against, you know, any type of attack or whatever? Like, you know, come on. People that are melanated, let's get one thing straight. Stop relying on a broken thing to fix your fucking problems. Straight. Stop relying on a broke system to fix your problems. It's broken, so how could it fix you? Its job is to totally stagnate, rob, and imprison majority of people who actually encounter its fucking teeth. That's a fact. Now me, on my channel, I implore people, stay the fuck away from it. Then you won't have problems. You will have no problems, zero problems. And if you do encounter it, these are the ways that you can counteract their sickness. But nobody wants to hear me. You know, I'm just a guy with bandanas on, tattoos on his face. Nobody wants to listen to me. But I'm telling you the truth. This is a fucking fact. You have to ensure your own freedoms. You have to ensure your own safety, and you have to ensure your own personal, you know, life as far as it is on this planet we call Earth. You are responsible for that. Not no fucking black and white codified system. Nah. Nah. The moment you look to the enemy to solve your problems, done. You might as well just dig a hole. You'll go to your local Home Depot, get a shovel, dig a hole, and jump in it. Because that's basically what's going to happen. Now, a lot of people, you know, because they are so naive and because so many people are caught up in the social hype of it all, you know, let me tell y'all something. More people that aren't melanated are actually out there protesting issues that don't have shit to do with them. Do y'all know that? Y'all didn't notice that, did y'all? Y'all didn't notice that. Everyone wants to talk about the issue, but no one wants to resolve the issue. That's the thing that kills me about the opposite side. See, go back to the 60s, civil rights movement. You know, you had Jane Fonda, you know what I'm saying? She was up there raising her fist, you know what I'm saying? And then she got backlash for that shit. And then all of a sudden, she slowly distanced herself from the movement, civil rights. She just did it for a photo op. See, most of the time, you got to realize that everybody that's out there on those so-called front lines really ain't for you, man. They're just there because they feel as if they're being affected by the system the same way as you are, but that's totally not the fucking truth. Straight. And see, the one thing about these organizations and groups is that they put somebody that looks like, the individual to try to swerve, the influence amongst people to get them to join, to make them sympathize. Yeah, it's like me just recently, I think within a couple of weeks ago, or a month or so ago, whatever. It was a Ku Klux Klan member who was actually found dead in Missouri, who was actually killed by his wife. He was killed by his wife. Does that mean I'm going to take my melanated ass to Missouri and go march for that shit? And they got nothing to do with me? You're out of your fucking mind. You out of your mind. Hell, his own wife killed him. While you sitting here spreading hatred towards other people, the enemy was laying next to his ass the whole time. Am I going to go protest and march for that? No. Nope. Not at all. Not to mention, even when in the advent of all these situations happening, I'm sitting my melanated ass down. Because I fight my own battles. I worry about my own realm. I'm not going to get up one day, put on a whole bunch of costume, accoutrements, take my ass out there and try to march for change. Change comes when you implement change. Period. It doesn't come by getting calluses on your feet to talk about an issue publicly that doesn't really even involve you. It comes when you make the change. I don't give a fuck what race you are. Because see, race is all about a construct that would try to place you in categorization. So get out of that mind state. Period. That was constructed by the white Anglo-Saxon Protestant establishment. That was a construct that was placed via eugenics and other methods and, Darwinism and evolution, all that bullshit that they taught us in the public school system to subjugate people to a certain level or a certain standard in society to either be looked upon as better or worse. Get out of those constructs, people. Little do people know, the media in itself, they even play a very significant role in this because they always say, black man was shot by white police officer. See how that works? Now you start to look at what? Color. There's something on Netflix I want y'all to check out. It's called Two Distant Strangers. Check it out. It's a mind bender. It's totally gonna rock your world. Just came out recently. It's a situation about a, melanated brother. He go to his lady thing house, you know what I'm saying? He wakes up, he goes home, boom, he runs into police. So then all of a sudden he gets shot and killed. So he wakes up. And it happens over and over and over again. But I'm not going to ruin it if you didn't see it. I'm not going to ruin it. But at the end, if you can get the message of why that took place, you'll understand. And I'm not going to ruin it. I mean, go check it out. I'm not going to ruin it. It's pretty good, but it's very factual. Now, it's entertainment, it's drama, but it's very factual. Straight. Very factual. But, people, stop supporting these motherfucking hypocritical groups. Stop supporting these hypocrites, these charlatans. You know what I'm saying? Stop supporting them. Stop giving them their energy. See, if a lot of people stop fucking with that group and started focusing on themselves instead of the grand distraction, and people would disappear overnight. Overnight. Because they need your panic, your fear, and your dollar in order to stay alive. I don't give a fuck. This video circulate the internet. Yeah, that bitch is a hypocrite. I said it. I'm grown. Fuck gonna, overlord over me, say my creator. Yeah. She took them funds to put herself above everybody else so she could look down from her eagle's nest down on the plight of people of color in this country. She's a bitch. And that's straight from the heart. Anyone who wakes up with that type of conscientiousness to even attempt to even do something like that is a fucking piece of shit. Straight. Just to wake up and think you're manipulating your own kind. Y'all gotta be careful because all skin folk ain't kinfolk. Y'all got to be careful with these people that come out here and they pretend that they on your side and they're really working for this side. Straight. They're working for that side. So stop buying their merchandise. Stop listening to their rhetoric on TV and social media because they ain't about shit. Because you can see that she's a living example that of a motherfucker who does not live what she talk about. Straight. Don't believe me? There's plenty of news stories online. Good Morning America, New York Times. Oh yeah, they gave it to her ass. And they knew they were going to do that. They were just waiting. They were waiting to set her up for the fall. Just like Candace Owens. She's another one. Vying for the Republican Party, conservatism, black people, y'all need to be accountable. As soon as she posted a picture of her alien face fucking baby online, the Republicans came down on her with a whole lot of racist shit. The same people that she's sitting here vying for. When people gonna wake the fuck up? They play right into the hand of the puppet master. Right into it. But she wants to sell books. You know, Trump lost. She want to stay relevant. So she got it. I'm going to run for president. They don't even like the way your baby looks. You think they want your black ass in the White House? People need to wake the fuck up, man. Wake up. They're nothing more than mouthpieces of the subculture of racism that lives in this country. And they use her to say the shit that they want to say. And when she says the shit that they want to say, they write a check for her little greedy ass. She's a fucking bedwench. There, I said that too. Straight. Stop looking at these people like they leaders and start leading yourself. That way you can never be duped. You can never be brought into a social hype. And you can never be misled. Straight up. That's the truth. These ladies sat here and really just bought houses with basically Black Lives Matter, but I don't want to live next to your black ass. I'm going to live with my equals. I want to be up here with them while I prey on you. That's colonialism at its best. And anyone that doesn't believe that, hey, do your research. Don't take my word for it. Don't take my word for it at all. But you will find out by diligent research and study, they've been doing this shit for a long time. Will it get better? No, it's going to get worse. Like I said, this whole Derek Chauvin shit is going to show you some real things that you really need to stay in tune with. But the sleeping masses will have to find out the hard way. If it's your first time viewing this channel, like and subscribe. You don't like what I have to say on my channel? Unsubscribe. It is what it is. Because see, on here, I'm going to tell you the truth. Nothing but the truth. That's all I can do. You know? Period. Tell you the truth. Stop dealing with the vampiric motherfuckers of society and start keeping your energy to yourself. That way, you can and will properly maintain this hellhole we call America. Peace, light, love. Take care. Stay tuned for the next upload.